Hey guys, welcome to the Working Man Sports Talk podcast, where we like to talk to other working men about sports. And if you aren't a man,
Who cares?
exactly, who cares? We don't care. Welcome to the show. We're going to talk about the NFL draft, the NFL, just a whole NFL experience because guess what's coming up on Thursday?
Draft day.
I was going to say, I'm like, bro,
I
draft
get
day.
2 tickets to draft day, please.
2 tickets to draft day. I mean, I'm excited. This is exciting. A lot of good things happening here. I gotta say though, what's the most exciting thing for you, John? The
For
analyst for the draft. Like, what do you want to see? Because we know this thing can go on and on and on. And then, like, but the first day, first
first
20
day.
picks. I mean, yeah, what do you got?
You know what? I'll go first 10. We'll start the first 10. We all know number one's going to be Caleb Williams. Hands down. If you don't know
Going to
this right now,
Chicago.
if you don't know this right now, Caleb Williams is going to Chicago. Now you know. But otherwise than that, we all know that he's going to go to Chicago. Washington,
Wait, could you imagine if they surprised everybody and was like, we are not taking Jaden Daniels?
No.
I'm just saying, could you imagine?
It's Chicago. They'll be like, we're
We
taking
know it
JJ
is.
McCarthy.
I'm just saying, wow.
It's Chicago. Hey, this is a situation that's handed to them, and they'll be like, "Oh, look at that! It's a perfect little gift. I don't want to open that. Oh, give me that bowling ball over there."
They can't. They can't fumble this.
No, they can't.
They can't. I mean, they just can't.
I mean, they got rid of Justin Fields.
Yeah. And I'm not saying the other guys are worse, but this
No,
is their
no.
best chance. This is their best chance. Gamble on it and see what happens. It's the
Yep.
number one pick.
Caleb Williams is going number one.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Wow, that's crazy.
You're good.
Go.
Oh, Jesus, there it goes. Lost my list there for a second.
Hmm.
Washington. I have it as a toss-up. I know you were talking earlier. I had them taking Jaden Daniels, but I don't know. Like, but you said that he might get talked. He might talk his way out of Washington.
It's a rumor that's floating
It's a
around that he
rumor.
might not want to be there, and then they might take
But
Drake May, and then
if they go either way, I feel like Jaden Daniels is a better athletic quarterback than Drake May. I feel
yes.
like Drake May is athletic, but he's not. He doesn't have like the same speed as Jaden McDaniels. He's not able to make I feel like those same plays on his feet like Jaden can.
Yeah.
Even though he does have speed, but it's not the same type of speed. You know what I mean?
He has wheels, but they just don't go as fast.
Yep. And I feel like Jaden can make that pass on the run, all that stuff. So I mean, if I was Washington, I'm taking Jaden Daniels.
Okay, cool.
And then third, I actually have the Vikings trading up
to third.
I had the Vikings trading up to third, switching with New England with the 11th pick. I think the Vikings are going to go and get their quarterback with Drake May.
They could get Drake May.
I think Drake
maybe
May.
Jaden Daniels. But what if the Patriots don't trade and they get JJ McCarthy just because the Tom Brady connection they have with Michigan? They think that this guy could be it.
Then it's a win for the Vikings because then Drake May is not going to get drafted, not by the Cardinals, not by the Chargers.
It would be
maybe the Giants.
I don't think so. I feel like they're still in love with that guy.
Oh, Daniel Jones.
What you're going to be getting is that wide receiver.
I know, yeah, but I'm saying I'm talking about the teams that need a QB. There's no one else there except for maybe the Giants.
So it would be a win. So
yeah.
Basically, there's no way we can really lose this QB.
No, we can stay where we're at. We're getting JJ McCarthy. If we move up, we're getting Drake May or Jaden Daniels. Like you're going from if we move up, you're going to get A- quarterback. If you move up and for some other reason Washington takes Drake May, you're getting an A+ quarterback in Jaden Daniels.
I am excited. The Vikings
and if you stay at 11. You're getting yourself a 89% B+ quarterback, I feel like, in JJ McCarthy.
And maybe he can improve.
Yeah, for sure. Like, there's definitely room for improvement, but like we haven't seen him actually use his arm on the regular, like the other three that we've seen. Mm-hmm. So therefore, it just feels like right now I have him as a B+ tier quarterback going to this draft. Like
compared to the rest,
compared to the top three. Like if I had to choose between him and Michael Penix, and Michael Penix wasn't injury prone, I would be choosing Michael Penix. Like if Michael Penix wasn't injured, and like his last couple of years,
His
he
last
will.
2 years, he was injury free. It was in 2 years before that he had injuries.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, if those didn't happen, we'd be talking about him for the 1 and 2 spot right now.
Yeah, for sure. But that's always going to be in the back of people's mind. I mean, especially what happened to Anthony Richardson last year.
Oh yeah,
Promising start, and then his shoulder blows
shoulder,
out. But now you have a guy who already has shoulder problems.
and he's young, so it's like one of those
So
type of things.
yeah, it's a gamble.
Which I don't know. Then I feel like another obvious one is Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to go to the Cardinals. Kyler Murray's
Oh,
going to finally have his number one wide
okay.
receiver.
I had one with the Chargers getting him.
I feel like Chargers are going to go offensive lineman with Joe Alt.
Good, but they need a stud
They need
receiver.
help. They need help. They just
But
signed
they do got to
J.K.
protect that QB because he can't continue to get banged
No,
up like
and
that.
they just got running back in J.K. Dobbins, which who is else a injury prone running back off the market, but they got him for cheap. So I think
It fills a spot. He's talented. Why not?
oh yeah, like the talent's there. It's just can he stay healthy, and he hasn't been able to stay healthy for the past, his whole time in the NFL. So I
Yeah.
have them taking Joel Alt at number 5.
Okay.
Malik Neighbors.
New
And
York Giants. That's what you guys need as a
we need
star wide
we
receiver.
need a number 1 wide receiver. Like, don't get me wrong, we have Darius Slayton, who is a really good wide receiver.
But he's not number one.
He's not number 1. He's the number 2 wide receiver. We had
Yep.
Shepard, who was just injury prone nonstop. Who's also kind of older too. And then the other wide receiver that I can name off the top of my head is Jalen Hyatt. He is that we drafted last year. He's more of that 3.
Yeah.
He's not your 1. He's not your 2. He's more of your we need a deep threat type of guy. Like I remember when I went to the New York game, they threw it to him deep. He was wide open. He dropped it.
They need somebody to make plays. They need playmakers.
So he's like
especially with Saquon Barkley being gone.
Oh yeah, and
You need some more playmakers.
Yep, and so he's that development type of guy. Jalen Hyatt is. I believe Malik Neighbors can go there and be that number 1 right off the bat.
Sweet. You got number 7?
Number 7, I'm gonna botch this guy's name. He's an offensive lineman from Penn State. Olamide Bashuna.
Okay.
Offensive lineman from Penn State. I feel like they're gonna beef up their line just behind their second-year starter, Willis Levis. And there's
Will Levis?
Yeah, Will Levis.
I had Tennessee taking Joe Alt.
Who do you have going to Chargers at 5?
I just told you it was I gotta go back here. Marvin Harrison.
Oh, who do you have the Cardinals taking?
Where are they?
They're number 4.
Hold on a second. Let me see here. You might need to make a cut here.
No, you're good. I'll just keep going.
I don't have them.
Oh, okay.
They're not even on this one.
Well, then at number 8, I have Dallas Turner, the edge rusher from Alabama, going to the Falcons. I think the Falcons are going to beef up that defensive line.
I have that.
And they're just going to they're going to go crazy, I think, on that defensive line that they have out there. They're already good
to complement that offense.
Yeah, I mean, their defensive line was already somewhat good last year. I think we threw in Dallas Turner on top of it. It's definitely going to be a big help.
Yep. We got number 9.
Number 9. Which number 9? I feel like he can either go number 5 to the Chargers, or he can go number 9 to the Bears, and that's Romeo Oduze.
That's what I have.
I feel like he can go either or. I feel like the Chargers could take him at that number 5 spot, or the Chargers would take Malik Neighbors, and Giants will get Romeo Oduze. That's one of those type of things that's kind of tricky because the Chargers I don't think they really haven't picked up anyone for a wide receiver.
I don't think so.
Season.
No.
And they got rid of both their top 1-2 wide receivers.
But I think, and this is just me, for the Giants, it'd be better if you guys got Neighbors.
Oh, it would be.
I mean, that's just the play. But knowing the Giants could be a fumble thing again.
No, I don't think that.
I mean, for your sake, I hope not. But
you can't go wrong with either Malik Neighbors or Romeo Oduze.
Malik Neighbors is.
No, Malik Neighbors. Do you think Malik Neighbors is better than Marvin Harrison Jr.?
No, but I think he can compete though.
Oh yeah, like they're two different type of playing styles. I feel like too, because Marvin Harrison Jr. is that type of guy you can who lines up on the outside, who's going to go 1-on-1 with the
And let's
top.
just
Hold on, let me just finish this. We're
yeah,
gonna go
sorry, 'cause
number
I just don't
one.
want to lose this, but keep going.
No, who can go number one with their top cornerback, like play after play after play on the outside. Malik Neighbors is one of those guys who's kind of shifty, but he can play the inside and the slot.
Yeah.
So I mean, you get that versatility with him. If he's being locked up on the outside, you can put him inside. But Marvin Harrison Jr. is the guy who's always going to be playing that outside, no matter what. That's how dominant he is.
Well, see, what I think about Marvin Harrison Jr. is that he in college made a quarterback who I don't even know where that guy is even at anymore. He's not there.
I think that
Made
Illinois.
him look good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What's his name? McCord?
Oh
Kyle McCord or something like that. He made him look good.
yeah, that was bad.
He made him look good. And just think if they had a different QB, they played better with Michigan than Washington did. Now,
Imagine,
we could
imagine.
say, styles make matches and all that stuff. But Marvin Harrison Jr. goes out there and makes this guy look great.
And never guess who his
But it
quarterback
just
was
wasn't
before that.
enough.
His quarterback before that was C.J. Stroud.
Who was just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 10.
Number 10, I started thinking about this pick, which I don't think the
Who you
Giants
got?
will.
The
Giants, not
Jets.
Giants. Oh, yeah, the Jets. I don't think the Jets would take a quarterback right here.
Mm-hmm.
I have them taking Brock Bowers, tight end from Georgia.
They need that.
They do. The dude can block. He can catch.
He can do it all.
He can do it all, and he's fast too.
And then
Can
he
you
gets
imagine?
Aaron Rodgers on top of that.
Can you imagine with him and Tyler Conklin out there together?
Oh
Like
my
they could
God.
run a tight end spread just with those two.
NFL is going to be a war this year.
Oh, it is for sure. But off topic a little bit from this, or I mean, still about the draft. I can see Michael Penix later on in the draft go to the Jets and sit 1 year behind Aaron Rodgers.
Maybe he goes to the Cardinals.
Michael Penix,
Back up behind
Kyler Murray. I don't think
because
so.
he's just not I'm just not sold on that guy.
Yeah, I'm more sold on Kyler Murray staying there for a long term than I am for Aaron Rodgers going to be there next year.
Maybe. I mean, I'm just not sold. I feel like that guy could just flip a switch and be like, I'm out of here. I'm done. It's like, whoa, we have backup.
Hey, they better watch out when that new Call of Duty drops.
Yeah, if they make it, are they making another one? Of course they're making another one, probably. I'm so far behind now, but
no, I just feel like Michael Penix could do wonders with that Jets offense after sitting 1 year behind Aaron Rodgers. That is kind of just came to me. I'm like, that would be awesome.
And get someone who's offensive minded in there. So they can work with them so you don't end up with the same thing. And they're totally different levels of play with Zach Wilson and Penix, but it's still rookies. And the NFL, these players are saliving at the mouth to mess these guys up.
Oh, yeah.
These players are going to try to take advantage of weaknesses they find. So anybody could fall victim to that stuff.
Yeah.
There's certain players that can pull through, but man, with the Jets out in New York, with the media press, you got what's his name? The old quarterback. I'm drawing a blank. Jones? No, for the Jets.
Oh, for Jets. Chad Pennington.
No, man, old legendary quarterback for them.
Oh, Joe Namath.
Joe Namath talking crap about Zach Wilson. Like nobody needs to hear all that stuff, man. No, like that's a hard place to go for a rookie.
It is. New York in general, even if you're going for the Giants or you're going to the Jets, I feel like overall, like the fan bases for both, especially just for the Giants. Though I mean, Jets overall because they've been around longer. But I feel like both of those teams are very hard to play for because it's like you almost like do or die when you go out there.
I mean, they had.
Chad Pennington, when he was out there, when he went down and got hurt for the Jets, the fans were cheering.
That was bad. That was years ago, but yeah, that was bad. But like, I think about them last year. Like, you're trying to put together a season, right? And like, Aaron Rodgers goes down. Then you got Zach Wilson. And then everybody's like, put Tim Boyle in the game. And Tim Boyle does even worse.
Yeah.
Then you go back to Zach Wilson. And then didn't it go to Simeon Rice?
It could have been. Tell you the
because
truth, Trevor Simeon, you mean?
yeah, Trevor Simeon. Sorry,
Oh, Simeon, right?
yeah, Trevor didn't it go to Trevor Simeon
I believe it might have.
because I'm looking it up right here. Because didn't he? I remember watching a game. I swear it was him. They were playing against the Browns, and it just was bad. Like they were trying to hang. You see this guy in there trying to keep it going, but
You know who I
it was
thought they should have kept?
it was bad. It was just bad. Like hold on a second. Like you got. I don't know if you watched this game,
I didn't. I
but
can tell that
you
right
got
now.
Trevor Simeon in there. You're in Cleveland. Somebody in Cleveland is beating the fuck out of this trash dumpster can. They got a tin can down there with a drumstick, and they're just like, bam, 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 bam. And you hear them, it's like, look, dude, the Jets, I don't even know if they even want to continue. The coach looks like he's just done.
Robert Saleh.
Yeah, you got Trevor Simeon, and then you got Aaron Rodgers, like trying to be like, getting everybody's hopes up, like he can come back and they can make a playoff run at the end. Zach Wilson's just fucking done. And you're going against Cleveland with a great year that Joe Flacco's having. Watching that game was just depressing. Like I was laughing at the same time, but it was depressing because I'm like, how much lower can you get? And this is coming from a Viking fan. That was fucking bad for us last year too. So
Oh yeah.
what were you gonna say though? Because I'm sorry, I thought about that. I'm like, the Jets last year, anything that could have went wrong went wrong. Same thing for the Giants. Same thing for the Vikings. Just tanked
Oh
completely.
yeah. I was gonna say the Jets. I thought they should have kept. What's his name? Was it Kevin White? Was it Kevin?
I'm not
I can't remember
sure.
his first name. But he was a quarterback that was there not last year, but the year before. Who was
Sorry, he
literally.
was with the Jets last year. It was Trevor Simeon. So sorry.
I know you're
that,
good.
that was rough. Anyway,
I can't remember his first name, but it was White. And I remember the team rallied. They actually rallied around him.
Mike White.
Yeah, Mike White. Yep, that's it.
Mike White.
I remember he got
Yep.
destroyed over and over in the backfield, and he got up and finished off the game. He came out, he had like cracked ribs and like I think a collapsed lung or
Yes.
something like that.
Yes. I
It's
think
like
did Mike White go to Dallas?
no, Mike White went to Miami.
Okay. Okay.
He said, "Fuck the Cove, fucking Hill, or I'm gonna be a backup behind Tua."
Might as well. I mean, who am I thinking of? Who went to Dallas? Who's their backup?
Brandon Rush and what's his face? The guy from
Yeah,
49ers.
Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush.
No, is it Cooper Rush? Yeah.
Yeah, Cooper Rush.
And
And
then
what's his name from
Trey
San
Lance.
Francisco? Yeah, Trey. Which I would love to see do something this year. And we're gonna see him in preseason. We're gonna see him in preseason with Dallas.
Next
Hey.
year's gonna be his time because the Dallas ain't bringing back Dak Prescott.
Yeah, they
His,
probably won't.
his contract is up.
But let's just say this. Hear me out. If that's true, if his time is up and they don't make the Super Bowl and they're not going to sign him back and they're going to, invest in the future, do you think that the Vikings should pick up a free agent Dak Prescott? Because
all depends.
we don't know what's going to happen here. I mean, Sam Darnold could fall apart.
All depends on how a rookie quarterback does. Sam Darnold's probably going to start 1 or 2 games, and whoever the rookie quarterback is that we draft, that the Minnesota Vikings draft, is definitely going to be the starting quarterback from the rest of the season. Let's just be real. Sam Darnold's going to be that guy. He's going to be the towel boy for the rookie quarterback.
I can't make that judgment call because I feel like he had some time to really grow out there in San Francisco. Now, like just looking at the whole situation of what I know about this guy and everything, I would be like, this is going to be a waste. Why even play with the Vikings on Madden? Like, it's just going to be bad. But he showed some glimpses of hope that he was getting it out there with Shanahan.
So, you want to know why? You want to know? You know what's funny? Shanahan, I believe in where did Shanahan come from? Coaching wise, Atlanta, but he was coaching with I think he came from the Redskins staff when they had Sean McVay and all of them.
Yeah. Yep. They all came up together.
Yep. And then boy came from Sean McVay. Kevin O'Connell.
Yep. With the Rams.
And never guess what all those coaches all have the same. They all have system quarterbacks.
Yeah. Well, and it worked for the Vikings with Cousins. But I'm just saying, I know you said Sam Darnold probably was not going to start, and maybe he
No,
won't.
I know he will start. He will start. He'll
Start two
start.
games or
He'll start
whatever.
2 or 3 games, and then it'll be done. Unless he's like a
It
Kurt
has to be
Warner.
better than Nick Mullins,
Oh, it has
and
to
it
be
has to be
better.
better than the Josh Dobbs experience. It has to be better than
What's that rookie that played last year? I can't remember the
that's what I'm
guy's
thinking
name.
of, man. I felt so bad for him.
It was
I was at
bad.
that game.
It was bad.
I was
I
at that
know.
game when I saw the pass, and I was like, "What the
I was
fuck?"
I was in New York when I was watching it. I was like, this is
That was
gonna be a
rough.
long game. Me,
But
me and O'Connell, they popped up his face on the big screen or on
yeah,
the
and he
TV
was
screen.
like,
What the? He was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, I had the same reaction. I was like,
the whole
ooh.
stadium did. But
He launched that
oh man,
ball down the middle
I,
of the
I
field.
I hope that kid gets it though, and if it's not here somewhere else, because that's a lot of pressure. And I was a fan of him. I got his football card and everything like that. Good for him, but I hope that he can get it back. I'm gonna switch topics here from the Vikings. I'm gonna go talk about the Buccaneers. Do you think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, my team, will take the conference this year?
It's gonna be a tough one between them and the Falcons. That's
You
what it
think
comes down
Carr
to.
gets it together with the Saints?
No, that one.
Think that's
That
all lost?
I won't say it's lost, but they'll probably break. They might. No, it's lost. They probably. I'm gonna say at max they're probably gonna win maybe 5, maybe 6 games.
Okay.
Carr had a hard time staying healthy last year.
hmm
I feel like he was very fragile. He hit on one thing, got a concussion every time he got hit.
He
And
was his concussion, groin,
yeah,
all kinds of stuff have
it
fallen. That
was
guy was like
bad.
falling apart, man.
He was,
Um,
and it comes down to between the Falcons and Buccaneers. Who's gonna have the better quarterback play from Baker Mayfield or Kirk Cousins? Is Kirk Cousins gonna crap the bed, shit the bed, or is Baker Mayfield gonna? Whoever shits the bed more is gonna lose. That team's gonna lose.
if they can't protect Cousins, it's game over.
Oh yeah, because he's not mobile.
But hear me out though. This is crazy. I know this is crazy coming from a Bucks fan. If they play their cards right though, and set that offensive lineup, Atlanta, in maybe a couple years, maybe even next year. I don't know about next year. In a couple years, could be a Super Bowl contender. Sounds crazy.
You know what?
May not happen, but I'm just saying, be prepared.
If it's next year, if I'm just saying, if it's next year or the year after that, expect Kirk Cousins not to be there, and it'd be Shador Sanders in there.
Shador Sanders. Oh, we don't know how. We hopefully he can translate to the next level. I mean, it's so crazy talking about all this stuff, all these crazy things that are happening. They're also talking about. I'm switching now from the Bucks to the Bills that they need. There's a discussion happening where do they need defenses? Like, do they need to fill their defense? Do they need to fill their offensive line, or do they need wide receivers now? Because now they've depleted their whole team.
They have, and it really sucks to see that. I think they'll pick up probably some of their defensive players that haven't been picked up yet for a cheaper cost. I think they're out there saying, "Hey, go test the water, go see what's out there, go
I mean,
for it."
because what they've been doing hasn't been working, but it's just kind of hard. You can't really just blame it on him
I would
because it's
not be
kind of hard
surprised.
to get over the Kansas City Chiefs. That team is just good.
I would not be surprised if you see them getting a running back or a wide receiver, either Xavier Worthy or Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman from Florida State in the draft and Xavier Worthy from Texas. One of those two. Xavier Worthy ran the fastest 40 ever. And then you have Keon Coleman, who is just a stud of a wide receiver. So I wouldn't be surprised they went out and just drafted a wide receiver. And then they were going to have to try to fill some spots, either doing training camp.
You can feel that defense.
Yeah.
I mean, that team, but and if you look at it, it's just not the Bills and the AFC that can't get in there. I mean, look, Baltimore tried it. The Bills tried it. Cleveland, when they had Baker Mayfield, tried it. Who else am I missing that tried it?
Texans.
Well, no, I'm talking about get through the Chiefs. The
Oh,
teams that have lost to the Chiefs. Bills lost twice. The Baltimore Ravens lost once. The Cleveland Browns lost when they had Baker Mayfield. So it's not just a Bills problem, even though it may feel like it is. The Chiefs are just that good. And there's a whole QB discussion. Like, do you need to have the ultimate QB to win? Do you need to have that elite to win?
I think you need to have a great gameplay and an elite defense.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Because I mean, you look at the Chiefs. I mean, they have a elite quarterback, but they also have a elite defensive player in Chris Jones who can, when you need him, say, "Hey, Chris, you need to go back there and
Hey.
just and hit that quarterback real quick." He's gonna
Block
go
the
back.
punt or block the field goal.
He's gonna go back wherever you
Back
ask
down
that man to
balls.
do. He's that great of a player. He's like Patrick Mahomes on defensive line.
He's
Like-
definitely up there, yeah.
Like he, whatever they need him to do, he's gonna do it.
I know they're happy they got him paid.
Oh yeah, I know he's happy about that too. But
So-
no, I feel like with the AFC, you just have those teams that are gonna be tough this year.
The
Right now-
Jets.
I want to see what Aaron Rodgers actually does. 'Cause if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, you might as well throw that season down the drain.
He's
too.
not going to get hurt. He's going to come back
Yeah,
firing at all
I'm just
cylinders.
saying,
He's going
I'm
to come
just
back
saying.
firing all cylinders. If
I
he does
would-
get
I
hurt
would
and they
love
get
to
Michael
see that.
Penix, like you said, hey, you never know.
But I'm just saying, I think the
Never
teams that are going to be like your top tier teams, your A+ teams for next year. Chiefs, as always.
Chiefs,
Baltimore.
Baltimore, Houston.
Yeah, I would say those are your top three.
They only doing AFC, right?
Yep.
Miami.
I wouldn't put them as A list. I put them as a B list. Remember, they barely all their games that they won last year was against teams with losing records.
That's true. That is true. Well, look, we got to wrap this thing up because I don't have anything else to say. Do you have anything else to say? I want to check in before we close out here.
I can talk about the NFL all day, but no, that's all I have left for right now.
All right,
Let's
guys.
just go Giants going for the draft.
Go Vikes. Go Tampa. Let's have a great year. Let's kick this thing off this week, Thursday night for the draft. Let's get it going. I want to thank you guys for listening to the Working Man Sports Talk podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We want to hear from you, and you'll hear from us soon.
Peace.